this movie. And no, I'm not going to refer to this movie's title name. I'm just going to refer to it as this movie because to say this movie's name makes me want to just punch myself in the face because just experienced this movie last night. Oh God, let's just get this over. So this movie is the fourth film in the Alien franchise, and it is, without a doubt, the worst movie in the franchise. No contest. This movie is god awful. This movie, I had to take breaks to watch this movie because just how bad this movie was. This movie is directed by June B, whatever this guy's last name is, who directed Amelie, which I've never seen before, and it's written by Josh Whedon. Josh Whedon wrote this movie. I don't know what happened here, Josh Whedon, but oh my God. Let's just get to this freaking movie. So in the opening scene of this movie, we see that Ripley has now have a clone called Ripley 8. Because, you know, the ending of Alien 3, now that you watch it now, and watch this movie, it is very pointless since Ripley sacrificed herself at the end of Alien 3, which comes to her character as a closure. But now in this movie, you made a clone of her, which she has like an alien DNA in her and xenomorph DNA, and she has long alien-like fingernails, which I'm just like, what in the heck? And Sigourney Weaver performance in this movie as Ripley, she is terrible. This has to be, without a doubt, the worst performance of Ripley in the entire franchise. I mean, my God, was she bad in this movie. This is not the strong, hard-hitting B.A. Ripley that we know in Alien and Aliens. This is like some weird species, Natasha Hestridge type of character in this movie. And it's just like, this isn't Ripley. This isn't the character that we know from the first two films. Her performance in the movie is so terrible. Oh my God. This movie feels like a direct-to-DVD, direct-to-video film. I mean, this movie looks terrible. I mean, this movie has almost got like a dark tint to it. And it just looks terrible. It looks god-awful. And it's just like, was this movie even released in theaters? It was. And this movie, I can't believe they even greenlit this piece of crap. 20th Century Fox, I don't know what you were thinking when you make this movie. You're probably like, well, people didn't like Alien 3, but let's make this movie and let's make it better than Alien 3. Or, let's make a cheap direct-to-video type of film in the Alien franchise and let's not give a crap about logic and intelligence like in the first two films. Let's just make a dumb horror sci-fi movie. Like Fox, you really screwed this franchise over 3 times, in my opinion, to where you don't even care about this franchise anymore. You just care about the big money and just making more alien movies and not even making good alien movies, making crappy alien movies like this. I don't even know if this was even a movie. This movie, oh my God, Alien Resurrection. This movie, I had a headache watching this movie last night. I honestly did. This aggravated me so much. Alien 3 bored me. I was pissed with Alien 3. I'm even more pissed off with this movie. Just how aggravating and just stupid this movie is. Like I said, this feels like a direct-to-video, low-budget, cheesy sci-fi horror movie that doesn't even feel part of the Alien franchise. Alien 3 screwed up big time, especially with the opening scene with killing Newt and Hicks. But this movie just took the And just like Alien 3, how that movie tried so hard to be like Alien, this movie tries so hard to be like Aliens. We're having not one, not two, not three, but a whole bunch of xenomorphs, and a group of space pirates had to knock all of them out. So I'm starting to see what the trend of these last few sequels, these last two sequels, where they tried so hard to be like their previous two films that were so great and they're masterpieces in their own way in a different genre. Alien, suspense. Aliens, action. Last two sequels, carbon copy. These last two sequels are just carbon copies of the first two films that were so great and were so groundbreaking that you can't even replicate greatness. They tried to do that with the last two sequels, but they failed so hard that it aggravates me so much to see what was even the point of making these two sequels. Like, there was just no point at all. Let's just talk about the terrible performances. Winona Ryder in this movie, my god, her performance in this movie has to be the worst performance I've seen her in any films. Her performance in this movie is just on the level of Kristen Stewart in the Twilight films. That bad. My god, she was terrible. She was god awful. She was god awful in this movie. Winona Ryder, terrible job, terrible acting in this movie. And there was some sort of like weird sort of lesbian hint with her and Ripley. Ripley's all filling up on her, touching her face and stuff. Which I'm like, what the heck? What the heck? You add lesbian innuendo in an Alien movie? Are you kidding me? That takes away the character of Ripley in this movie. That she... They didn't really need to add on that. I don't know if they're really lesbians or not in this movie. They were kind of hinted at that. But if they were, and it leads to nowhere. Nowhere. Yeah, they bonded with this movie, which they're bonding a relationship I didn't really care for at all. So, it was pointless. And that's how I describe this movie. It's pointless. Ron Perlman. I love the man. Ron Perlman, you're awesome. I love you, man. But what were you doing? What were you doing? Your performance in this movie was... I can't even describe your performance in this movie. And the wheelchair guy and the dreadlock guy, I didn't care for those two characters either. The dreadlock guy died for no reason at all. I'm gonna get to that. We're gonna talk about pointless stuff in this movie. And did I mention Brad Dourif in this movie? Chucky, my favorite horror icon, is in this movie. Wormtongue from The Lord of the Rings is in this movie. Brad Dourif. This has to be the most embarrassing thing Brad Dourif has ever done in his career. Well, second most embarrassing thing. Alright, now let's talk about the stupid and pointless scenes in this movie that have no meaning at all and does not help the film whatsoever. Like, for example, when Ripley kills the xenomorph, she rips out the second mouth in his mouth and she just gives it to Winona Ryder and said, here, take it as a souvenir. Which I'm just like, what's the point of that? And when they're being ambushed, and that's when the dreadlock guy just shoots at the ceiling, they're bouncing everywhere, they shoot the guy on the head. When I'm just like, is this movie supposed to be a sci-fi horror movie, right? Right? Like, there was no point of that. And Ron Perlman sees a spider web, he gets scared crapless, and shoots at it. Like, there was no point in that at all. Like, okay, you're scared of spiders, and you shoot the spider web, but that did not help the movie at all. That should have been cut out. And then, when they killed the xenomorph, and the xenomorph's dead body is hanging on the dreadlight guy's leg, but he had to kill himself for no reason at all. But I don't really think he's dead. He fell in the water, probably. That scene was stupid. That scene is stupid. Okay? You could have just easily cut off the xenomorph's hand, and you could have lived. And at the end of the movie, Ron Perlman kisses the wheelchair guy, which I'm just like, are you gonna add gay innuendos in this movie? Is Alien Resurrection a gay movie in hiding? Is it secretly a gay movie? And the stupidest scene in this movie, and you probably already know what it is. I'm just gonna show you the clip clip of it just to see how stupid this scene is. Oh my god, that scene was so retarded. Oh my god, that scene was so retarded. I don't know what to say. I was gonna just laugh. That's just how stupid that was. And matter of fact, if you want to go that route, might as well add this scene in it too.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my heart's on fire.
This movie was already bad already for the first 2 acts. The last half become a complete cluttered disaster mess of a movie. It got to the point where I'm just like, you know what? Screw this movie. It was already at like a D minus level, but as soon as it got to the final act, I lost all hope. So in the final act, we find out that Winona Ryder is a cyborg android, and Ripley is now down with the Queen Xenomorph, and we see Brad Dourif's talking head, and I'm just like, oh my god, where is this going? Where is this going? And then Queen Xenomorph gives birth to the newborn! Oh my god, is this thing terrible! Oh my god, it looks like a cross combination between the pumpkin head mixed with an oatmeal. Oh my god, this thing is so ugly looking, stupid looking. The worst thing ever in this franchise. This has to be the point where I said the last half becomes a disaster. And you know something? That's like most movies nowadays. First 2 acts, ugh. Last half, complete disaster mess. And that's what this movie became, a complete disaster mess when the newborn came along. I mean, my god, is this thing terrible. Good thing it got killed off for the first 5 minutes. We see this ugly abomination. Screw this movie. Screw this movie. Screw this movie. Screw this movie. Alien. I caught myself. This movie is a disaster. An abomination against humanity. I hate every last second of this movie. The first 2 acts were bad. It was bad. Last half becomes a complete joke. As soon as I first saw the newborn, and of course the newborn killed Brad Dourif in this movie, so I wasn't really mad about that. So good.
But dying is such a bitch.
And I honestly don't know what else to say about this movie. I mean, other than it sucks, I hate every last minute of it, and I do not want to watch this movie ever again in my entire life. And that's why I'm gonna give this movie a big fat freaking F.
Ooh, you suck.
I hope you guys enjoyed this rant for this movie, and no, I'm not gonna say this movie's name, because if I do, I'm gonna go even more berserk, because if I say this movie's name, I'm gonna lose all control in myself. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sweating bullets right now, just from my frustration and my anger for this movie. Send in all your hate for this movie in the comment section down below. As always, guys, if you're new to my channel and you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.